am so sad. My heart is so broken. James Earl Jones died today, and that made me sad. And then I made it worse by going to the movies. And it's my fault because I purchased this ticket with the hopes that it would be this movie. It is a Mystery Movie Monday. There are like 3 different movies coming out that are rated R with a similar runtime that could have been this slot. My biggest fear is that it would be The Killer's Game, the one with Dave Bautista. Not that's going to be bad, but like that's an easy movie to see. I was like, hopefully it might be The Critic with Ian McKellen, because as of right now there's only one showing, and that's on a Thursday, and I already have a movie that I'm watching in that time period. And I don't know if I can move that or not. We got a hurricane coming. So I'm like, well, let it at least be My Old Ass. Directed by Megan Parks, stars Macy Stella and Audrey Plaza. Or is it Aubrey Plaza? I don't know. Aubrey. Her name is Aubrey. Put some respect on her name, girl. But I was really hoping it would be that movie because there are no scheduled showtimes right now in my area. Not at AMC, not at Regal. We have like one Regal. It's not there. Not at the Britannia. We have like 2 locations. It's not showing anywhere anytime soon. And it's going to go on Prime at some point. But I don't like watching new movies at home. I try to avoid watching new movies at home. If I can see it in theaters, that's the goal. Well, thankfully, that was the mystery movie tonight. My Old Ass. And that tagline up top, that's exactly what this movie is about. What would you ask your older self? Elliot is newly 18. It's the summer before college. She can't wait to get out. She's counting down the days. She's grew up on a cranberry farm and wants to get as far away as possible and, figure out something else to do with her life because she doesn't want to take over the family farm. She wants to go to college and do fun things. But, she's leaving her friends behind, her girlfriend, and they decide, a fun little camping trip for her 18th birthday with shrooms. Can I say that on TikTok? Her friends end up having like really good trips, but her trip involves her meeting her older self, her 39-year-old self. And this is a conversation many of us who are older have had. If we could go back in time and meet our younger selves, what would we say? What would we warn them? Would we say, steer clear of this, steer clear of that? And she tells her, spend more time with your family, don't take them for granted. Play golf with your brother. Watch movies with your other brother. Stay away from a dude named Chad. But the message here overall, it's not just, live in the moment, because we have the older version of her who is meeting her younger self. So obviously there's something in her at 39 years old that's looking back on the past and wishing she could do things different. So that's relatable, and that had me crying. We'll get to that in a minute. And then you have, 18-year-old Elliot who is looking forward to a life away from what she's always known. So you have these 2 versions of the same person who are, one's looking to the future, one is stuck in the past, and neither of them are living in the moment. So what this is about is not just living in the moment, but appreciating the moment that you're living in, because there's a point that's made by Chad that you never know when the last time is the last time. And he uses the analogy of, playing pretend with your friends, how you go out on your bikes and you pretend to be chased by zombies. And then there's one day where you go and you put your bike away and you never go back out and play zombies again. Like, do you remember that last time? And she's like, I remember, playing pretend, but I don't remember the last time. And that's life sometimes, is that you do things and you go about life, but you never realize that one thing, that'll be the last time you ever do that. And then she's talking to her mom later, where her mom talks about rocking her to sleep as a child, and she remembers the exact moment it was the last time that she rocked her to sleep, and just how grateful she was for that last moment. And it's such a full circle thing, how important it is to just living in the present, living in the moment, and appreciating the moments as they're happening, because time is so cruel and it's the only thing you can't get back. And it happens so fast, and you, especially if you're young and dumb and you're 18 and you're looking forward to the future, life goes by so fast. It all happens so fast, and one minute you're 18 and going to college and you don't know where your classes are and you're wearing the wrong shoes and you can't figure out how to work the laundry, and the next moment you're paying bills and you're getting over a heartbreak and you're trying to figure out how to get your next job, and you have a car payment and then you miss your electric bill by accident, and all of a sudden you've got kids and you're married and you're divorced, and it's like time just moves by so fast and it's so hard. We live in such a fast-paced world where everyone is so anxious to move on to the next thing that we don't appreciate the moments. And that's what this movie is. But oh my God, I'm so sad. Because why, Miss Megan Parker, you in my business? That was me. That was me. That was my whole life on screen. Minus the lesbian part. I'm not a lesbian. But because I've had those thoughts, those moments. What would I give? What I would give to go back in time and warn my younger self? What would I tell her to avoid? What could I change or that would make things better for the now? And and then the thought, like, what if I change the wrong thing and that just messes everything up? What if that god-awful thing I experienced, what if that god-awful relationship that I went through that caused so much heartbreak, what if meeting that boy that one time and the fact that I went nowhere and I was so angry at him and so mad at him, what if all of that was so important? What if it was vital into making me who I am today? And then I have to ask the question, well, do I even like who I am today? Because Miss Megan, like, who is this for? Who is this movie for? Because I feel like depending on where you are, whether you're young and dumb or you're old and nostalgic, there's something in here, because there was a look on her face, her older self's face, when her younger self was asking her what her life was like, what are we doing, and she's so excited to hear about the fun things, and you can see the look on her face where she doesn't want to answer that question, where she's almost afraid to disappoint her. Like, oh my gosh, so relatable. The movie felt like a conversation, like a necessary conversation that I've been dying to have. Like, the tears that I shed were just necessary. I needed to get that out. But anyway, so yes, that was directed by Megan Park. This is her second directorial feature. For those who don't know, I mean, you know who she is. I'm pretty sure you do. She was the blonde chick on The Secret Life of the American Teenager. She was in a movie called She's Too Young. I believe she's still married to Tyler Hilton. Loved him. That's the only thing I can think of. She's done several little things here and there, but she directed a film, 2022 if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the year, with Maddie Ziegler and Jenna Ortega, called Fallout. That is on HBO Max. So good. I like Megan Park. I like her attention to detail. I like the way she unfolds and builds characters. I like the way she has these lessons and these conversations that she wants to have. So she finds a way to put them in a script and turn them into a movie. I just love I love her voice as a director. I look forward to hearing what she has to say, if that makes any sense. But I also hate her because that movie broke my absolute heart, because that was a little too relatable in so many ways that I'm going to cry again. Because I've been in all of those places. I've been 18, young and dumb, and I've been older looking back on my younger self. And I knew a Chad. And, ooh. Man, we've never met, so why did you hurt my feelings? I hate you so much. But also, please keep making movies forever. Thank you.